Okay, so here we have a course list that is rendering a list of courses, and it's rendering dynamically these A, B, C, and D. Right? We can remove this select here. All right, how about being able to handle events? How about being able to create a brand new course? Right? So for instance, we could put here a button, right, that would allow you to maybe create a new course. Okay. And if we go back, we have the button, which it doesn't do anything. And what we'd like to be able to do is handle that event. Maybe call a function that would do something, right? So let's if we go back to the controller side, on the component side, we can implement here a function that basically implements that behavior. The behavior would be to somehow add to this array. Yes? So let's do that. So this would be something create course. Is going to be a function, right, which is going to just append a course object to this array, right? So we'll do that. We'll do courses dot push, right, a new object ID, and here it could be whatever, and then the title can be new course for now. Okay, all right. Notice it's gray, saying that nobody's calling it. Right? If we go back to the HTML, we can bind this this button to that event handler by using click. See that click? Right. So this click is an abstraction of the onClick, right? Which is going to bind this button to the component side. Right. We don't use any of the low-level event handling that are available in JavaScript, right? All that is being abstracted, right? So Angular provides this layer of abstraction above, low-level JavaScript stuff, right? So we never actually use the JavaScript, right? Instead, we use these high-level abstractions. So click, notice that it gives me already the availability to call a function that is implemented in the component side. So we go create course. Also notice here that we are using the parentheses here, and there's no need to embed this inside of a lambda, right? Remember that in React, because we are using low-level JavaScript, we do have to make sure that we embed things inside of lambdas and whatnot. Here, that abstraction is done for us, right? The code that gets generated, right, does have a lambda inside of it, but all that is abstracted from us, right? We don't have to explicitly do that, right? Anyway, so we have the create course. So if we go back now, if we click on the create course, notice that indeed it adds the course to the array, right? Notice that we're not doing a map and then doing ... and then appending at the end. It's just basic, really simple implementation of just pushing into the array. As the array changes over time, right? Notice that we didn't notify anybody that there's a change in the array and that we had to reiterate, right? That already is part of the life cycle, right? If the state changes, right, it causes the entire component to re-render, okay? Right? All that plumbing is done for you, right? There's listeners that are listening for changing in the state, and the state changes. Anybody who's bound to a state variable will be notified of that change. Okay, so that even if here I have courses.length, right? Notice that it says 4 here, and this is the 4 items. If I add, notice that this is being notified that there was a change in the array, so it needs to update the DOM, and also this list that's iterating over that array, it's also being notified, right, that there was a change in the state. Yes? Right? All that plumbing is done for you behind the scenes, right, of who's going to be notified and that the DOM has to change only because there was a change in the model. So your focus, most of your implementation is to decide when to change the state, right? And you can be guaranteed that if you change the state, you will cause a re-rendering on the side of the HTML, right? And it's not your responsibility, right, to notify of these changes and then to cause the changes, the re-rendering, okay? All right, awesome. That's create courses. How about deleting maybe a course? Let's do that.